You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible.
What's up, Unstoppable Squad? Today we have another AEW Dynamite results for June 28th, 2023. We are under orange lights for you guys for AEW Dynamite. Tonight episode of AEW was broadcasted live from the First Oriental Center in Hamilton, ON. Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and the Human Suplex Machine, Taz, were the broadcast team for tonight's event. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tony, the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishi versus Death Rider Jon Moxley with the Blackpool Combat Club. They went right at it, exchanging heavy fire with vicious chops. This is a proverbial smash mouth deal, said Taz. Ishi took Mox down with an explosive shoulder tackle. Mox chopped on Ishi's face and then grinned. Moxley stomped down on Ishi with his boots. He tossed Ishi to the outside with Claudio and Wheeler looming over Ishi. Moxley wiped out Ishi with an elbow suicida. Eddie Kingston music hits. Eddie Kingston came out to the ring grabbing a steel chair. This place has come unglued, said Excalibur. Moxley spiked Ishi with a Gotch-style piledriver for a near fall. Kingston watched from outside of the ring. Moxley locked in the bulldog choke. Claudio was staring daggers across the ring and at Kingston. Ishi got on his feet and hit a back suplex. He clotheslined Moxley. Moxley fired back with a charging knee strike. Both men connected with lariats, and both men fell to the canvas. This is a battle. This is a war, as we expected, said Excalibur. The fans chanted, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" Moxley busted open, traded headbutts with Ishi. Moxley planted Ishi with a paradigm shift for a near fall. Ishi answered with his own paradigm shift and then turned Moxley around with a wicked lariat. Moxley crushed Ishi with a cutter, but Ishi bounced right back up. Moxley countered a brainbuster attempt with a Death Rider. Ishi kicked out at 2. Moxley nailed Ishi with a curb stomp, followed up with a Death Rider, and pinned Ishi. Claudio and Wheeler taunted Kingston. After the match, Moxley walked out of the ring and brushed past Kingston. Kingston clapped his hands and said, "Good job. You didn't need the Blackpool Combat Club. You did it by yourself." Next, we have Renee was backstage to interview Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole pulled up in an SUV. A moment later, speeding in quickly, the AEW World Champion MJF pulled in with another SUV. MJF, congrats on getting sick for Forbidden Door. I think me and you got off on the wrong page here. Obviously, you weren't good enough to beat me for the Triple B. But nobody is on the level with the devil. Just imagine what we could be capable of as a team. So how about me and you bond a little bit this weekend? Hop in my car. Adam Cole says, "Sure, I'm gonna go say hello to a few people first." But Adam Cole, they messed out saying that Adam Cole says, "Do you think I plan on getting sick for Forbidden Door?" Obviously not. Renee confronted John Moxley as asked him what was going on out there with Kingston. Kingston said, "I got your back, Mox, but you're with Claudio." Moxley says, "Who cares about some Kikara BS between the two of you from years ago?" Renee says, "Enough, Eddie. You better fix this. I'm done." Ooh, coming to Moxley's wife. Trios match. We have AEW's International champion Orange Cassidy, Keith Lee. Keith Lee got rid of his beard that was making him look really old. Because he had like, what do you want to call it? Not peach fuzz. Gray hair on his fucking beard. It's like, dude, you look old. You're looking so old with gray hair on your beard and gray hair up here. It's like, dude, cut it. You're looking so old. In El Hija Del Vicaningo versus the Jericho Appreciation Society, Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. Vinco hit a springboard arm drag to Garcia. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm sorry. Orange and Parker tagged in for their respective teams. Orange took away Parker's switchblade comb and put it in his pocket. Garcia stole the comb back. Oh, comb. Vinkingo connected with a double foot stomp and then a shooting star press on Garcia. Garcia distracted the referee while Daddy Magic snuck in some cheap shots on El Hijo del Vinco. Parker suplexed Vinco for a 2 count. Keith Lee tagged in and cleaned house as the JAS. One man's assault team here, said Tony Schiavone. Keith Lee blasted Garcia with a double-handed overhand chop. Keith Lee picked up Vinco and used him as a battering ram against Menard and Parker. Garcia countered the beach break with the pile driver. Garcia locked on the Dragon Tamer, but Vinco made the save. Daddy Magic plunged Keith Lee with shots, but Keith Lee slammed Matt Menard in the center of the ring and pinned him. Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks were backstage earlier in the day. Page said they had a trios open challenge tonight. The Dark Order interrupted them, and John Silver and the Dark Order wanted to accept the challenge. You abandoned us for them, and now you're sorry? Asked Evil Uno. Alex Reynolds says, we were your friends when you were at your lowest moments, but tonight we're your opponents. Okay. So I'm guessing Alex Reynolds turned on him, I'm guessing. Renee was backstage with Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho says, for the first time ever, just a few days ago at Forbidden Door, Chris Jericho and Sting were in the ring together. But Jericho and Sting should be on TBS. Sting, you said you wanted more time with Chris Jericho. Sting, tonight you got your nightmare. I'm going to go deep inside myself. Whoa there, Chris, calm down. Let's bring out the Painmaker Sting. You know about being dark. Wait, I thought, didn't he wrestle? Oh no, okay. You know about being dark. When your back is against the wall, you want to get dirty. Sting, let's get dirty. Here's your chance, Sting. You get all the time you want with the Painmaker. Trios open challenge match. The Elite, Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Dark Order, Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and the Evil Uno. A lot of bad feelings here because the Dark Order thought they were there for Adam Page and when no one else was. Oh, okay, now it's Adam Page. Okay, makes sense, said Tony Schiavone. John Silver and Hangman tied up. Hangman took down Silver with a side headlock. Evil Uno and Matt Jackson tagged in. Uno took a shot at Hangman, who was standing on the apron. The Young Bucks used their Dynamite offense on Silver and Reynolds. The Bucks super kicked Evil Uno, knocking him out of the ring. Nick and Matt Jackson took to the skies, jumping from the turnbuckles to the Dark Order on the arena floor. Matt Jackson barked at Adam Page, "Get your head in this match." Hangman Adam Page is conflicted, tagging right out to Nick Jackson, noted Excalibur. Evil Uno slapped Page in the face. Page had enough and Evil Uno slugged it out. The Dark Order gained some momentum on the Elite with combo offense. Matt Jackson saved Page from the pendulum bomb. Page rocked Silver with a lariat. Page went for a buckshot lariat, but Silver countered for a near fall. Hangman and Page nailed Silver with the dead eye. The Bucks then followed up with the BTE trigger. Page finished off Silver with the buckshot lariat and pinned him. After the match, the Blackpool Combat Club descended upon the ring and attacked the Elite. The Dark Order walked away, not helping the Elite. Moxley hit Page with a screwdriver. Well, I'm glad the Dark Order did walk away, not helping, because, Adam Page turned on them. The friendship has to be completely dissolved now, said Tony Schiavone. Eddie Kingston sprinted to the ring, but Claudia blasted him with a steel chair. Moxley says, This has been a real blast, but it's about time it came to an end. We have all pushed each other to our limits, and now we push even more. So July 19th, Boston TD Garden, just like someone once said, blood and guts. Roderick Strong met Adam Cole backstage. Strong told Cole not to trust MJF. Cole agreed with Strong. MJF approached them and told Cole to get in the SUV. Party time, let's go, said MJF. Jungle Boy Jack Perry walked onto the ramp. Perry, boo all you want, but it doesn't change a thing. I'm still young. I'm still chasing fat checks, and I am still banging the hottest girl in the entire place. If you don't know who it is, it's Anna Jay. Now, Toronto, let me ask you a question. Did I turn on Hook, or did everyone turn on me? After everything that I've done and given to this place, after being robbed of 2 world championships, you expect me to watch some entitled little prick dangle his championship in my face? The funny thing is that the belt isn't even officially recognized by this company. And that is why I don't recognize you. Hook, you're a fraud. I never needed you. Jungle Hook was special because of me. You were lucky to ever stand next to me in the ring. Whether or not that title is officially recognized, Hook, I know what it means to you. And I know what it means to your family. And that is exactly why I'm going to take that from you. And just for the record, I hear you all chanting, Hook's going to kill me. Hook, when I get my hands on you, I'm going to beat the FTW champion. Hook ran down to the ring because he had enough listening to Jack Perry, Jungle Boy. And Jack Perry retreated as fast as he could as they were running after each other. Jack Perry jumped into an SUV that was waiting for him, and they sped off away from Hook, who had been in a hot pursuit. Next, we have the Outcast, Ruby Soho, with Saraya, and AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm versus Alexa Nicole. Ruby stomped a mud hole into Nicole. Ruby planted her twice in a row with side suplexes. Ruby applied the lockjaw and Nicole tapped out. That's Dr. Britt Baker's move, said Taz. Ruby Soho sprayed painted Alexia Nicole with a green L after the match. Ruby says, Dr. Britt Baker was my original opponent tonight, but because of her germ-ridden country, Canada, she's sick. Britt, get your head out of the toilet and I want you to look at me. At Author Ash, you said I didn't know who I was, but honestly, I love who I am now. But do you? You're a shell of your former self. You're one of the hardest working people in this building. But do you have fans? Last year you barely beat me in the finals on your best day. And since then, we have collectively taken away everything that's meant anything to you. And next week, I'm going to take away your chance to be a 2-time Owen Hart Cup winner away from you. So I'm pretty much guessing when Adam Cole gets sick or any of the wrestlers get sick, they're going to add it into their storyline. So, hey, that makes really good sense. And really good part right there. That makes a good telling story right there. Main event time. Tornado Tag Team Grudge match. The Painmaker, Chris Jericho, and the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, versus Darby Allin and the Icon Sting. Darby went right at Sammy with a shotgun dropkick. Jericho demanded that Sting grab his bat. Sting adjusted Jericho with the baseball bat. Sting connected with a stinger splash on Jericho. Sammy rocked Darby with a cutter. Jericho wobbled Darby with a chair shot to the back. Sammy flung Darby into the steel ring steps. Jericho planted Darby's spine first on the ring apron. Sammy and Jericho whipped Darby into the steel ring steps. Darby flipped over and then crashed onto the top of the steel guardrail. Darby smashed Sammy with a coffin drop to the outside of the ring. Stinger used a stinger splash on Jericho on the guardrail. Darby and Sting set up 2 tables side by side on the arena floor. Darby propped up a ladder inside the ring. Sting put Sammy on the tables. Sting climbed up on the ladder and jumped. Darby and Sting set up 2 tables side by side on the arena floor. Darby propped up a ladder inside the ring. Sting put Sammy on the tables. Sting climbed up on the ladder and jumped. Darby and Sting set up 2 tables side by side on the arena floor. Darby propped up a ladder inside the ring. Sting put Sammy on the tables. Sting climbed up on the ladder and jumped. putting Sammy through the tables on the outside of the ring, as Darby was going to do it himself, but Sting says, no, I want to do it. But it didn't look like Sammy got all of it, or Sting got all of it, because it looked like Sammy was still on a table. Darby grabbed his skateboard, jumped off the top rope, and smashed onto Jericho. The Painmaker dropped the ladder on Darby's spine. Darby crushed by the ladder once again, said Excalibur. Jericho countered a coffin splash by swinging the skateboard at Darby. Jericho followed up with the Judas effect. Sting grabbed Jericho from behind, but Jericho transitioned into the walls. Sting crawled and grabbed the baseball bat. Sting whacked Jericho with the bat. Jericho was busted wide open. Sting splashed Jericho. Sting attempted a second Stinger splash, but Jericho countered with a code breaker. Sting planted Jericho with a scorpion death drop for a near fall. Jericho attempted the code breaker, but Sting countered with a scorpion death lock, and Jericho tapped out. What a match, what a finish to Dynamite, said Excalibur. You can catch AEW Dynamite on TBS next Wednesday live at 8/7 Central from Rogers Place in Element AB. This Friday, tune in to Rampage, AEW Rampage at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT, featuring Matt Hardy and Brother Zay versus QT Marshall and Johnny TV. Hikaru Shida versus Taya Valkyrie. Shawn Spears versus The Blade. Ring of Honor World Championship match. Claudio as your champion versus Commander. Don't miss AEW Collision on Saturday on TNT at 8/7 Central from the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto or ON. And remember, the home of professional wrestling is All Elite Wrestling. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with more news today, possibly, or I'll be back with tomorrow morning for Impact Wrestling. I'm unstoppable. I'll see you guys whenever. And I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.